Hey guys, welcome back to the Anashim podcast. Today we are going to be discussing about how is what we are watching impacting who we are becoming. I am Kamau Dennis.
Lucy Gatheru.
Peter Chege.
So guys, mkwaje? Anyway, acha niwajulie hali kwanza before tuanze. How are you guys?
Mimi niko chonjo.
Unajua in our previous podcast said
Unatakaje?
nistaki kwa mapana na barifu sahi.
Today is a good day.
Tuli agree it's good to check up on each other. So I'm checking up on you guys. How are you guys doing so far?
Chonjo.
Ko salama?
Mimi niko fit,
Niko
niko
fit
fresh.
sana.
I thank God.
You thank God.
Yeah, I thank
Na
God the
wewe?
Almighty
Niko poa
God.
sana.
Hata mimi niko salama guys. Thank you for not asking.
Tupe chance ya kuuliza.
And hebu niulizeni.
How are you? How are you doing? How was your week?
Adulting.
Usiturudishe huko tena, tumetoka Misri.
Eh,
Tumetoka Misri.
Tuta-
Tunaonekana-
Go check that video. You just
Tutavent.
finished
Yeah,
another
a nice episode. Yeah.
Tumevent wadau, tumekasirika.
So,
Lakini sikuwa na
guys,
points za kuongea.
yeah.
Kanisamea.
So how is media as a mirror versus a mold currently sahi kwa hii generation yetu na kwa hii society yetu? What are your thoughts or input?
Media as a mirror or as a mold. Or in my opinion, it's both. It's mirroring what is happening in the world as it is typically. And then it is also molding us to follow after whatever exactly it's mirroring in the world. Because if, case in point, tuchukue catchphrase kama gani, which is the latest catchphrase? Cousins. Hiyo kitu ili ni mtu tu alisema akiwa juu ya gari akaongelesha watu, si ndio? Akaongelesha watu na akasema sahi it's a meme, sahi kila mtu wa media anaiongelelea. The only way that thing is being transmitted is through media. And one of the most influential avenues for impact and influence in the world is media. Someone was saying, I believe it's Joshua Selman, he was saying that you can watch one ad and it can change your perspective about your wife. You can hate your wife because of media. You can, case in point, umekaa tu chini, mbona ni kama unashtuka.
Do I agree with that?
Let me say this. You are just seated down and you are going through social media and all that. Then you start seeing cute ladies in the internet. You just scroll from one Instagram feed to the other one.
Yeah.
It redirects you to TikTok. You see them dancing. You see them wearing particular dresses. You see them, and then now you go back to your house and you look at your mpoa and you're like, "Mbona hizi vaka ule?"
But don't you think you're feeding your flesh?
Yes, I have not. We are not saying. We are not saying. Yes, I have no.
No, it's a question. Peter.
Yes,
It's
true.
a question.
Yes.
Do you not think you're feeding your flesh?
It's an example I'm giving. So you see, you have been watching all those things, and then now you've met the person you are staying with. In your head, you're like, "Huh, the wrong person." I'm just saying, it's not that that's the way I think.
Ama
But
niliharakisha.
you see, the media that you have been consuming is now, it has started molding and building something in your head.
Yeah,
And I believe we'll get to that on how our psychology goes when it comes to that. So I see media both as a mirror to what we do as a society and to who we are becoming, molding us to a certain direction.
Yeah. Let me take on that. Na nataka is not an attack, but it is an attack on ladies.
Don't come
It is
for my
not-
ladies.
You are also allowed to come.
Wacha ni-
There is
wacha ni
no
elaborate.
problem.
Guys, this is two against one. And I got you. Believe you me, I got you guys.
Mko na
Hmm?
tuzi pale, hakuna vile.
Okay, so you know media inafanya to connect na so many other people out there, not only in Kenya. Sindio? Now as a mirror and as a mold, whatever is happening in the western region of the world, in the US and all that, stories are feminism, which is not bad. Which is not, no, wait. Hear me first. It is not bad. But sahi imekuwa taken to a negative context,
Yes.
you know,
Like
story ya independent woman imekuwa so blown out of proportion, you know, stories you know, I don't need a man to do this. I don't need I can do it all by myself na all that, you know, hizo stories zote. So when it is mostly rampant huko, it comes now inakuja ina trickle down to huku Africa, East Africa and all that. Unapata
tuitengeneze vizuri.
Unapata wase wenye wako kule
Wana
wakisha post wenye wana consume na kina nani, who are following what is happening there, who are ni nani wana take up there's this podcast yenye nimekuwa nikipita sana kwa ngoja kwanza ni wa direct mali
huyu amekasiri.
Relax nikuitishie maji.
Iandike.
There's this ka podcast yenye inakujanga kwa FYP yangu sana ya TikTok. Inaitwa sijui ni something pills and something. Nimesahau jina, nitaenda ni confirm. These guys inakuwa hosted na guy na invitingi mostly ladies kwa
The whatever podcast. Are you talking about the whatever podcast?
Achana whatever, kuna sijui red something.
Sorry. Are we talking about that guy who's like super famous and I was thinking like different women with different names?
Exactly. Now mostly analitanga nani?
But like guy is so
but
I can't
sijui
remember the
sijui
name.
ni red pill and something
But that guy is so disrespectful.
Yeah, sijakataa, but unaona pia pana
You've agreed with that, though?
sijakataa.
He's a
That
very
I agree with
disrespectful
it.
man.
That I agree with it. Unaona. But then pia feminist mostly analetanga feminist. And when you hear how those ladies think, when you hear how they articulate themselves, when you hear how they talk, venye tu anaongea pale, there's a lady here palivo tuseme maybe Tina na hajui chenye
Atubrekiwa juzi.
hajui
Na
chenye
resonate.
inaendelea and ana agree na hiyo and she starts to internalize what is being talked about there, sindio? Na hiyo inaanza kuchange, inaanza kumold mind yake into unapata tu mtu anasemanga I hate men, ama this popular phrase men are, you know what you know venye mnasema.
I think that is as a result of allowing what you're consuming
Now, that is
to
how
mold who you are becoming.
Exactly. No. That is how social media in as much as in a mirror it still molds us. Sahi naweza sema in as much as kuna some positive stuff, ile iko rampant sana, it's the negative.
Kibaya cha jiuza.
Yeah.
Kibaya cha jiuza.
Ile
Just
inaonekana
to
sana.
go back to when you said you brought up the topic of feminism.
Twende hapo kidogo. Twende.
I think
Sina ubaya, guys.
I agree with part of what you're saying, but majority of it does not sit well with me personally. It's just my take, please, because I feel like sahi wanawake wanajituma.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah, ina shida.
Sahi
And
a lot,
actually
even
advocate
a
have no
lot,
problem with that.
like a lot of young women wanajituma, and sorry to say, but majority of the men do not like it when women are doing better than them. Their families, their families, kuna people who are, when you're getting married, maybe the guy was doing better than you. But as time goes by, maybe you're progressing in your career, you're getting promotions, or your business is thriving and you're doing well. And now when you start doing well, it does not sit with the guy, because he no longer feels like he's a man, because I feel like you're bringing a lot of, just imagine.
You're making more input into the relationship with them.
Like
Yes.
majority of the things,
Mhm.
even majority of the financial decisions in the family now have to be made with you being involved.
But no, all
The
that
question is,
inatoka
is
But-
that bad?
No?
Is that bad?
I feel like it should not be like, because if I'm winning and we are one, it means you are also winning as a person.
But
Are you getting my point?
I get your point and actually I advocate for that. Unaona? But sasa hii negativity yote inatoka wapi?
Negativity.
Hii unapata like the guy feels threatened. Inatoka
I
wapi?
feel like
let me
that
give
is
you
just
a
your
good-
insecurities showing.
Pia inatoka
To
kwa
some
social
degree.
media, you know, whatever we intake.
I feel like
Uh-huh.
tasemaje, this is the 21st century, guys. You are not going to be the man your dads were,
There is
or
no problem.
or your grandfathers were.
That we totally
Things back
understand.
then
Mhm.
moved, even with women even not working or even
Bringing
bringing
something
a
to the-
dime to the home.
That-
Na ni sawa,
Yeah,
but saizi most women are educated,
different times.
wanajituma nini, and I feel like majority of the men, if they start accepting that and embracing that, history ya kuargue na guys,
Let me say this. That's not the problem. The problem is not the fact that you are earning more than the man. That's not the actual problem. I ask people this: what's the
I see where you're
foundation
going.
of your marriage? The foundation of marriage is, I believe, this is something that we need to take back to what the Bible says about marriage. There is no single point where the head becomes greater than the neck. And I'm not saying that ladies are lesser than men, no. But when it comes to scripture, the man will always be at the forefront. And the reason is being this: when you read through Ephesians chapter 5 from verses 21, you'll realize the comparison of a man and a woman in marriage is the comparison between Christ and the church. There's no single point where the church will ever outgrow the head of the church.
Yeah.
And so I believe if the foundation for marriage is not the finances, if the foundation of the marriage is to become like Christ, it means that there is no point, it does not matter if you become the president. It does not matter. When we sit down as you and me, the understanding that I will be the head, whether I am broke, whether I am poor, whether I am in the hospital in ICU, the fact that I still remain as the head of the home and you are the wife, there won't be all those conversations concerning feminism. And the reason is because when you get the agenda of the devil
so far I
concerning
feel
marriage,
like you're agreeing with
yeah,
me.
I'm agreeing with you, and I have no problem with ladies succeeding.
Yeah.
I have no problem with ladies being outgoing. Mimi
Actually,
sitai kufight. Me, I want a lady who is coming
If
in
you
with
succeed,
what she's
bwana,
got. Be doing something. I have no problem. But remember the understanding that in the eventuality, who is the head? It's the man. Whether you rise to the highest of political levels, whether you rise to the highest of your academic levels, always remember the man remains the head. And the problem is this: where the fight comes in is you start showing the man that you no longer respect his decisions because he does not have money.
Now,
That's where
that
the fight
is-
begins.
Yeah. That
The
is
man
what
is
I
not
was talking
against you
about.
rising. The man is not against you becoming, but you started showing arrogance. Why? Because you bring in more. The issue is not the finances. The issue is always the foundation. The foundation of people when they are marrying is a problem. The foundation of people when it comes to handling relationships is the problem. It's not the money factor. The money factor is just as a, what can I say? Is as a consequence of their foundation when it comes to marriage. So ask yourself,
and
why
I feel
are
like
you-
just let me throw this out there, and I feel like that is why it's very important to do premarital counseling.
Yeah.
And we have that here, guys. Kujeni,
Ya miezi sita.
we have our very own Mrs.
Just
Our
tap in
mom.
location.
Our mom will see you
Tap in
for
location.
anything and everything. Is it mental issues? Is it financial? Is it premarital? Percy got you covered. Proceed.
So the foundation, because in as much as social media is influencing these things, and it's because we are allowing it. Why? Because it's the loudest voice that can be heard in the world. That's the loudest voice you can actually hear when it comes to media. People look at the people who are advising women not to marry. It's either divorced or unmarried or people with multiple sexual partners outside here.
Yeah.
But no.
They are the loudest
guys,
voices.
No, Peter, no.
No, but
No, it's true. The loudest voices concerning marriage.
Angalia tu, ingia
The
tu.
loudest voices concerning marriage in our society right now
Let me
are
tell you
women
something.
in
Let
are
me tell
women
you
in
something.
broken marriages. Angalia
Let me tell you something.
Abu, you tell me something. Tell me something because I'm about to
Intervent.
go off.
Guys,
I'm about to go off.
guys, I don't feel safe anymore.
I'm not saying anything. Okay, I'm very
But I feel like you're just focusing on the negative.
because that is the thing that is being propagated the most.
Yeah, that is
If
what
people
is
understand
louder
that the
out here.
loudest voices are negative,
Eh,
you will start to filter out what you're seeing.
Yeah.
But wait, can I just say something?
Yes, say something.
But don't you feel like if majority of the women that are semi-divorced, they were married and they are no longer married, and they are all speaking the same language, don't you think it's a point of maybe let me just see what this is about?
We've listened. That's why I'm saying so.
You're getting my
Yes.
point? Cause kuna ile
Mhm.
mimi sizikakuwa nasema ugonjwa. If 20 people out of 30 people are saying kuna ugonjwa, high chances kuna
That's not according to the scriptures.
Hapana, we are not
No.
talking
No,
about
so- okay,
scripture
let's-
right
okay,
now.
let's-
we are
okay.
talking about the reality of what we are living in right now.
I don't refuse.
You're
but
getting.
but it's because
Mm.
they've all come from the same source.
Mm,
If all of us eat from just here,
mm,
if all of us eat from here,
mm.
and 20 of us live here saying that they were sick, what will they blame? Eating from here, right? But did I know if you ate before you came here?
Mm.
No.
When you were eating, what happened?
What
next?
happened in the middle?
Yeah.
I have no problem. Okay, when you listen to some of these ladies, it's not that they say that marriage is good.
Mm.
They don't live saying that marriage is good, but they believe marriage is good.
To some level, yes.
So now here is a question. They said marriage is not good. Do you believe them?
Who?
Those ladies who have been divorced.
Marriage is not good.
Yes, they come out of those relationships saying marriage is not good. Why? Because most of the time they focus on the man. They say the man
Yeah.
did, the man did.
Yeah.
Even men when they leave,
Me, I'm not saying ati. Let me tell you,
Mhm.
before kitu kama hiyo ati now people are breaking up and sijui nini, both parties
yeah, both
were
parties
involved.
were involved.
and everyone had a point to like put themselves out there.
Mhm.
So if imevunjika, we are both to blame.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
both me and you. We both had a part to play. Ndio marriage ivunjike ama relationship ama whatever
Sasa-
ama friendship. You get
But
Sasa
the issue is
what happened-
accountability.
what
Who is
happened
speaking
sasa?
accountability and saying we did this? The reason I'm saying this is because when you look at the people who talk about it the most are the women. A majority of the men, when they leave those relationships and they go,
They actually
they
go
don't
silent.
talk about it. So who comes out and says
but
what happened?
generally women are known for expressing themselves.
Yes,
Oh,
and that
You
is what we
cannot-
are.
no wait
Uh-huh.
you cannot say
Mhm.
ati sasa if kama mimi
Mhm.
nimezoea
Mhm.
how I solve my issues ni
Mhm.
nikimaliza
Mhm.
niende
Ulilie-
niventie kwa Suzi
Mhm.
ndio initoke.
Haina
Then
shida.
that is how majority of the women are.
Yes,
And
and
that
we
is
agree.
why
Uh-huh.
and that is why
Mhm.
most of the people who speak about it
Mhm.
are women.
And you
Most
have no
men
problem.
keep to themselves,
Yes.
and that is how you are. So you
Yes.
cannot generally blame all women
I'm not
for
blaming all
expressing
women.
themselves, and that is how
Uh-huh.
women are.
I'm not saying that women
Are
are
you?
that
Are
way.
you?
I'm
ndo
not saying.
nakwambia,
Uh-huh.
I understand where you're coming
Yes.
from, but I also need you to put
Understand.
yourself in shoes za wanawake.
Aya, ninakubali. You
Eh.
need to express.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going after the expression of what they are saying. A majority of the time is not positive.
And let me tell you, akuna point. Hata sasa ukiangalia social media, things that trend are very negative.
And that is what we are going after.
And
That is why we are saying.
na ndo nakwambia
Uh-huh.
iko hivyo kila pahali.
Iko kila pahali.
Hakuna time ati we have very beautiful marriages.
Yes.
And we've seen them even at the church, even outside there. Very beautiful. But how many people talk about beautiful marriages?
So you are saying the loudest voices are the negative ones.
And
That
they,
is what
and
I-
they
And they will always remain like
Exactly
that.
my
So we are back
point.
to the same page.
I
No,
you
that-
agree with me.
Yeah, we agree.
We are back to the same
That
page.
was the content
So that
I
was the context that you are going after.
taking
Yes.
hiyo negative.
The negativity. And so
But
No,
I
no.
feel like if you allow what you're taking to influence who you are and how you act and how you carry yourself, then that is when it becomes a problem.
But-
Because majority of the people are just there for vibes. Oh, waliachana na nani? Bocha niende niangalie. You get? I consume
but-
and I'm like, I am gone.
But
But the problem inakwanga shida when I now start saying ni shida, marriage is a problem, or relationships are an
That-
issue,
that is the
friendship
problem.
imefanya nini. When you start overdoing it is when it starts influencing who you are as a person. But I feel like if you're just but sorry Sponge, but I feel like it also ties down to who you are as a person na values zako ni gani. If me I know where I stand, it's very hard for you at just because nimeenda nimeona post 10 za watu wakisema marriage ni mbaya ni mbaya ni mbaya, it will be very hard for post kumis in influence when I am grounded in my beliefs.
But this is what you're saying. I get you and I understand you. But sasa niambie, ukiwa exposed to the same thing over and over and over and over again, your mentality, your thinking starts changing. Even your zile vitu ground zinaanzanga kuchange pole. You might not notice it, but unaanzanga tu kuchange. Unaona? Ule like a divorce amekuja amesema marriage is bad. You don't believe it, ndio? Any content umepitia tu sasa hivi anaongea vitu zako, but umepitia for a week the same thing, a month the same thing,
But does it align with who you are?
it doesn't. But ndio tunasema social media, it mirrors and it knows.
Mirrors and it knows.
But
Starts
I
molding
feel
you
like,
to
guys, I'm
believe
still
that.
going to stand on business. If something does not align with who you are and what you believe in, it's going to be very hard.
But it
I have some-
it have some effect.
It has effect because let me say
that's
this.
what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Sema it has effects. Don't say it will influence.
That is where the influence comes
Yeah.
from.
Uh-uh.
Let me
Inaanza
Acha
go
nikwambie,
somewhere.
ninaweza watch hizo video 10 zenye zinasema don't drink soda, si ndio? But me I believe nataka kunywa soda, na regardless of what I watch bado nitakunywa soda. You get point yangu?
Nakubali.
But if niambiwe usikunywe soda, but Coke ni tamu, wachana na Sprite, iko na effects zake. Now if I am easily influenced with that, I'm like, hey, sitaikunywa Sprite mimi sasa kwanzia leo mimi ni mtu wa Coca-Cola. That hiyo ni kwa sababu sina a firm belief ama a ground to stand on.
But the thing
And that's the
about
question
molding-
you're asking. Do people have that? How many people do you know they can concretely trace their belief system?
Me, I have quite a few.
Yes, you already, because
cause-
you have a good background. Are you seeing where you are coming from? You already have a good background. So you have been raised to stand on certain beliefs.
Yeah.
And so when something comes, you'll be able to tell this thing, no, why? Because I believe in this and this, backed up by this and this and this. That's why the Bible is very concrete, because we can back it up to this and this and this.
Yeah.
Things are resource, like we can trust the source. So most people do not have grounded belief systems. And so since there is no grounding belief systems, they are easily influenced by the things that
They're
are
easily
present.
molded.
So the molding of them is very easy. Why? If
Very
you are
fast.
raised up around, I'm not going after anybody, tafadhali, for people who are divorced or anything
For
or
clarity.
anything. Please, I'm not attacking anybody, but I have seen enough of some of my friends, the majority of my friends come from very broken homes. So you find that the belief systems of these ladies and these gentlemen is not okay. They were born in families, yes, but at one point something happened. The belief system ilivunjika in some degrees.
Yeah.
So you find that the belief system about relationships, the belief system about men, the belief system about women was propagated from a broken system. So whatever comes in that can infill those small cracks in their lives is what now gives them a foundation for who they become.
Yeah.
Ndo nasema for people who don't have legs to stand on, I will totally get it when you're influenced by things that don't make sense. Sorry, like if ndasemaje, if you're not grounded in what you believe in, or if you don't have a backbone, ni sawa, bebwa na upepo, go, ni sawa. But me naongea from a perspective of
I have already
people
have a
who
grounding.
know what they want, their beliefs, where they stand, nini. It's very hard for you to come and tell someone who has seen marriage working, marriage does not work. Are you getting my point?
I accept.
But
So umenielewa?
Nimeelewa.
That
Wacha
is
sasa
my
nikuwe negative.
perspective.
Yeah, ndo
and
tunasema
I also
kidogo.
get your perspective, because there are people, and there are also people who come from broken home, and they are aware that
yeah.
I did come from a broken home, and they are working towards making sure their kids do not come from broken homes. Are you
Yes.
getting? So the people also should acknowledge the fact I did not come from a good place. I did not see A, B, C, D, but I don't want my kids or I also am tired of this experience. If not for other people, do it for yourself.
Acha sasa mimi nikuwe villain kidogo. Let
Woo!
me be
Aya,
the
ya.
villain in this story.
Focus.
So unajua umesema it is very hard, not impossible for you to be changed. Umesema unaweza
I've not said it's
If you
not.
have a
It is
good grounding.
yeah.
I'm saying
If
if
you have a
you are very grounded,
it is
it will
very
take
hard.
some.
So no, it will take some effort to bring up as ndio, but if you are consuming the same thing over and over and over and over again, you start changing. You might not notice it, but utaanza kuchange pole pole. So kama wewe ni mtu mwenye uko grounded, unaanza kubadilishwa. How about that innocent lady pale go? Hajui story. Amepata content hii inasema guys are bad, guys are you unaweza jaza hapo.
I've seen it at home.
Tumeambiwa men are socks. Unaanza kuconsume that career all over and over and over and over again. Unaona, it starts molding you into something that hadi wewe ukijiangalia you don't recognize yourself. Unaona, and that is what sahi I think Peter amesema social media wale wenye wako so negative ndo wako so loud.
Inakwanga kila pali. Anything negative will always trend.
Yeah, that is the problem that we have, and that is what is molding us. To generalize, that is what is molding us right now. No. That is what whatever is coming on your phone ni chenye ina mirror what is happening out there. That one Kenyan lady akianza kutengeneza content ya marriage is bad, si ati imetoka kwake, ameona mahali niyo kitu ikakuja unapatanga msia ku 20 years ashasema marriage is a scam.
Hata 20 amejaribu 14.
Yeah, ashasema marriage is a scam.
Let me-
Yeah,
the-
unaona sasa.
Baba yake alimwacha, mama yake ampendi, mtu mwenye mama yake alioa anamdhulumu.
Street.
Ali-
And that kagala anakuja napata the same content bado ina run to up.
So she's like, this is the belief system,
Yeah.
this is the reality of the world.
Unaona,
Yes.
na hiyo ndo kitu ina to affect sahi. Whatever we are watching, whatever we are seeing, it might not affect us instant. It might not take root instant, but after a while of consuming the same thing over and over again, inaanza kukuchange.
Yes.
But
And
are you aware about the fact that you are consuming something you should not be consuming?
people don't know.
Mm.
And I give you a verse for it. The Bible says, and the understanding of their hearts were clouded. Like understanding ya mtu. Have you ever talked to somebody and you ask them, do you really believe that? And they tell you yes. With the core of their being, they believe it. It's like asking somebody why they're gay or why they're lesbian, and they tell you this is who I am.
Yeah.
I have been reinforced in this belief system. So what happens is this person in their belief system, this is true. Your
You
reality
can-
is wrong, my reality is correct.
Yeah.
But that's why the Bible says that we need to have truth. There's only one truth. Me, what I'm even on Ambiangot, there's nothing like subjective truth. There's only objective truth.
So are you trying to say that if I know I am consuming content I should not be consuming?
They don't know that
I
the
am
content.
not aware that I am consuming
Yes.
something I am not supposed
Yes,
to
yes,
be
yes,
Sometimes
yes,
you
yes. There are people.
Because you don't
Do you know
know
why?
that
Do you know why I can tell you that? When you look at the operation of the demonic, allow me to rant on this a bit. If you look at how the demonic operates, people
Guys, by the way, we are playing good cop, bad cop here. Come for us.
the way you look at spirituality should give you the understanding that there is both good and evil.
Yeah.
And this evil is the one that operates here seriously. And so there are people whose minds have been clouded, as I am telling you. And that operation is not by men, it is by demonic entities. That they believe that system because that is the spirit that is in operation in their life. So you ask somebody why they do that, and it is the concreteness of who they know is true.
That is what they.
That is
they
their
know.
truth. And that's why I'm saying there is nothing like objective truth. There's nothing like subjective truth. There is objective truth. Whether something is black and white. We have so many gray areas in this world. So many gray areas. So many things that even when people ask you, as a Christian, you are like, how do I respond to such a question? But still maintaining my Christian stand and still standing in such a way that this society remains and feel loved.
On this point, And I am trying to get where you're coming from, but I am not.
You've not met people who believe something
No,
that
I get that. But the fact that you're saying when I am consuming content, I should not be consuming. I am not aware I am consuming.
they are not
I am-
aware.
Wait,
Let's
let
help
me
you
say
hapa kidogo.
it depends. I'm going to say this. That's why I'm telling you. I kind of agree with you, but I also don't. For example, what? Let me pick the worst of the worst. I am watching porn, and I know very well I am not even supposed to be seeing this content. So you're telling me, well, someone is doing that, they are not aware they should not be doing that.
Yes.
There's some
And let me tell you.
No,
Let me tell you.
no,
Let me tell you where it comes
no,
from.
No,
Let me tell you.
no,
don't.
no. You cannot change my mind. by
Let
the
me
way.
tell you. Let me tell you from experience. The exact example you've given from
No,
experience. Let me
no.
tell you.
Discernment.
tell you- let me t-
Discernment is there for a reason.
Discernment is there for believers.
And
Discernment. Yeah, let me tell you. There are gifts of the spirit that cannot be enjoyed by people who don't know God exists.
Peter,
Mhm.
acha nikwambie,
Ehe.
ukiwa mdogo,
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to acha niende chini kabisa
Turudi huko chini kabisa. Ehe.
Ukiwa mdogo,
Mhm.
kuna mtu alikwambia kutusiana ni vibaya.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Guys,
Yeah.
Yes, I was told.
tuliambiwa.
tukue-
Mimi niliambiwa.
No, me I feel like there are just things that you know they are wrong and,
No.
and you should
Na-
not be doing them
Mhm.
There are, but
generally.
sio
Wewe.
zote.
And everyone, no, I don't.
There are,
I
but
don't.
sio
I
zote.
don't know.
There's something
You cannot-
there's something you've written
no.
here. There's something you've written here that is called subconscious programming, right?
No,
You've
it is
written
not
wait.
boy.
No, you've written something that's called subconscious programming, right? Chill. Simeandika hivyo. Let me tell you how to groom a child. If you want a child to follow a particular path. Right now in the US and to other European countries and
Hold that thought.
yes,
Unaona mahali umefikia?
yeah,
Shikilia hivyo.
tumefanyika nini?
We shall continue on the next one.
Wacheni hizo guys, wacheni.